Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're featuring this rather funky looking Rado. This is called the True Square automatic skeleton, and it really stands out, doesn't it? I think it's quite a cool looking watch. Rado seems to be one of those companies which do their own thing. I like the fact also they introduced some quite funky materials and just they like to do things a little bit differently. They're one of a few companies which had their hard steel models back in the day. They were very prevalent with the use of ceramic, and this is somewhere in between really. This is a ceramic titanium hybrid. So you get it does feel incredibly light. So you get the lightness of titanium with hopefully the scratch resistancy of ceramic. So it would be interesting to know how scratch resistant this actually is. You know, it's not one of these things, unfortunately, I am going to try it as it's not my watch. But anyway, before I get too far into this review, I've got to say a massive thank you to Ryan and the team at Francis & Gay of Coventry. They have a massive selection of stock. If you pop into the shop, honestly, you'll be like a kid in a candy store. If you can't make it to the store, though, I'll leave a link to their website in the description below. And I dare say we'll be able to sort you out a good deal. But anyway, this one, talk sizes first. We're talking 38mm by 10mm thick. The lug-to-lug, longest point across here to here, is 48mm. And the bracelet size is completely bonkers. It's 20.7. Don't ask me why. I had to check for that myself. But hey, we are talking Rado, and they do their own thing. So anyway, let's have a look at that dial. The dial itself, well, I'm saying, am I really saying dial on a skeleton watch? There is no dial, I suppose. It just looks fantastic. You have this rather, you know, the black, I suppose that would have been the remnants of a dial coming around here. This houses the hour markers, minute track, and of course the Rado actual writing there, and their famous little anchor, which does move around, I believe. And there you go. Yeah, as you can see there, it does float round. Needs a tad bit of encouragement, but there you go. And then you actually have the movement. Now it's quite interesting. So movement is round, but it does have a movement holder there, so you don't see that it's so much that it's a round movement in a square watch. But I like the contrast because you see these lovely polished hands, which do have lume on them, as do the hour markers. But to be fair, it's not that powerful. But that's not what this watch really is about. It's more of a dress watch, really. And I like the fact that you can also then see the brass of the hour wheels, the gear train there. And then you can see the shock setting for the balance and the mainspring all down there, and the keyless works over here. It just looks really cool. I like the fact that you can see, as like if I pull the crown out, it's not a screw down crown. You can actually see the power going to, if you actually look at this gear wheel here, you'll see that rotating. And that then powers the hands to go round. And it just looks really good. You can almost learn how a watch works by looking at a skeleton watch and just simply moving the crown and setting the hands, and you get to see all the motion works doing that thing. So anyway, as we come past that, we do have a flat sapphire crystal with AR coating, and then you have this case going on. As I say, ceramic hybrid case. It should be very scratch resistant. It does actually taper down, which is quite interesting as it comes down there. Now, if you go to, if you go to the crown first, which I've already said is just a push-in crown, you do have signed crown on the end there, and behind there is the movement. Now, movement in this is the Powermatic 80. So, as the name would imply, 80 hours of power reserve, 25 joules. It does that by slowing the beat rate down, a little bit. I did put it on the time grapher earlier, and it was pulling, I think it was about 2 plus 3 seconds, so not bad at all. The beat rate was a little bit high, which was, I'm quite surprised for this, but you know, it is what it is. So as we come past that, we have this rather nice bracelet going on. The bracelet itself isn't screwed. I don't know if it's pin and collar or just simply split pins, but it looks like every single link you can take out, which is quite interesting. We have a butterfly style clasp going on. As you can see, it is actually stamped up titanium. So as it goes in there. So when it comes to adjustment, these links are quite small, and you have some slightly longer ones here. So that's your only adjustment when it comes to this watch, and you do have the nice Rado laser etched in there, which looks nice. So let me put this on. Oh, I should also point out it is water resistant, but only to 50 meters. I'll put it on my wrist so you get a quick idea how it looks. But quick wrist check. I'm wearing the Corum Jumping Hour, my limited edition, number 1 of 300. Bob, what do you have there, sir? Oh, Obus Morgan. Very nice. I believe that one's discontinued now in that colour. But anyway, let's put that down. Now, one thing I should point out, my wrist size is 7¼ inches. And as you can see, that's how it looks on my wrist. This watch is also available in 3 different flavours. We've got obviously the smoked kind of chrome going on here, but it is also available in black PVD, I believe it is, and it's also available in a rather cool and interesting looking white, which I wasn't sure whether or not to review that one or this one, but this does look cool anyway. So anyway, let me know what you think of it, guys. Is it a watch you'd consider? And any comments, I'll always try and get back to you. So all the best, and most importantly, stay safe out there. Bye.